If you correspond with Ralf on television, video, or telephone, audio, or you chat, text, or email him, you're giving him permission to duplicate it, rebroadcast it on any of the Take Your Life Back Today show broadcasts.
Yeah, beat your addiction, live free. Ralf Friedrichs is who you see. Listen in when you're feeling low. Take back your life, today's show. Beat your addiction, live free. Ralf Friedrichs is who you see. Listen in when you're feeling low. Take back your life, today's show. Stay positive, hope, and keep faith. Stand strong against any odds that you face. Put away the alcohol and the drugs. Fill your time with the things you love. Addiction is tough, but it's worth the work. Treat your body what it's worth. Spread positivity, inspire all. If we stand together, we will never fall. I help others see the other sides of life. A sober life, letting go of the strife. So give me a call, I can help. 1-844-405-HELP. Homeless shelters, hospitals, jails, wherever you are. I am Ralf Friedrichs and I am here for you. 1-844-405-HELP.
Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. As an addiction recovery coach, I want to share something with you. Let me be crystal clear to leave an everlasting impact upon you. Just imagine being buried alive. You're in a coffin, but you know you're not dead. You don't know how to get out of that coffin. You tried lifting the lid, but the enormous weight upon the lid prevents you from opening. You then try banging on the lid, so hopefully unsettle the dirt. Maybe somebody might notice and start digging their way down towards you. This is what it's like to feel at the lowest point of alcohol and drug addiction. You know you need help, you know you can't do it on your own, you just don't know where to turn. In reality, there are people standing by your grave. You just don't know that. You just think you're going to die. Usually, though, people don't think about death when they're habitually abusing drugs and alcohol. In order to feed an addiction, you have to be great at repressing the fear of death. I often ask you, my audience, did it ever cross your mind while you were abusing drugs and alcohol that you might overdose and take something away from your kids, your wife, your husband, mother, father, brother, sister, called your life? You could just take your life. In order to feed an addiction, you have to be great at repressing the fear, and you need to build that tolerance up because death is a dead end. There is no changing, no going back. With this, let me leave these words. Don't be like the person I just spoke about that went to their grave without seeking help. Instead, pick up the phone and call me at 844-405-HELP, and together you and I will help you take your life back. For your life is gone. Let's talk about something. 6 tips for writing fiction-based true events. You are there. You see it. You're the writer. So, of course, you want to write about it. Now what? Writing fiction springing from an actual event, may be one of your own personal experiences, requires a finesse for your readers, benefit your friends, your enemies, and yourself. There's a way to handle the truth, because you'll begin if you are wearing kid gloves, but suddenly they will plump into boxing gloves. And before you know it, you are ready to deliver that punch right to your beloved old auntie's face. Number 1 out of the 6 is begin with the truth. Always begin with the truth. Truth is stranger than fiction. So there's certainly much to mine. Each of the contemporary novels sprang off pages of my own life. Consider writing that first draft close to what happened, what you saw, and what you felt, and then capture it on a film. But you also need to get permission. Are others involved, and do you want to stay close to the facts? If you know that this is the case, run and get permission from them. Do your best to describe that this will be a work of fiction with strands of truth woven into it. Explain to those involved that they will see themselves reflected, but it will be as they were standing before a curved mirror in an amusement fun house. You might offer assurance that their story could be a great benefit to people watching the film. If they are willing to have you share the essence of what happened to them, go forward and start taping. However, if you think the final work will be far from the truth, get it in writing fast. If you aren't sure that you just the thought of asking permission is hindering your process, begin to videotape with the intention to either ask the involved parties in the future, knowing you may be denied permission to publish their work, or be firm on your design to spin the story far away from the facts. Number 3 is take pause. Whether you filmed a first draft of the facts or are simmering on what truly happened in your mind, take a step back. Once the story is caught on camera, as a filmmaker, you have the opportunity now to ask, how could it be made better? What is the theme burning beneath it? And what can I do to feed those flames? Behind my film was the true story of a particular character who had been struck by a vehicle in a crosswalk. By the writer of the particular film had begged that the question was, but instead of the stranger hitting her, it was someone that they knew. And then I ramped up the tension in my version of the film and made the person a grad student who was just crushing through the streets. It did take several drafts to come up with this plot, but it was a hit. So make sure that, sometimes you have to go outside the actual truth and get a make-believe character. Number 4 is let go. Let the story run. Bettering the facts or leaving them completely behind. This is a draft on your film where you open your hand and let it go. You are able to silence the voice saying, that's not what happened, my friends, and let your characters run. Let them run through their own blossom story. Sometimes it's not good to go by the teleprompter, but just let them just read or say whatever's on their mind, and then you can edit out certain things. Number 5 is fact can feel fake. One caveat to be aware of is not all facts are believable. The best, juiciest fact may not make it into your story because, again, the truth is stranger than fiction. When I did one of my videos, I was not able to include that the man who was at a certain location that I was interviewing was actually a man that might have been in a car accident and paralyzed from a video before, so I had to compromise and change that. That particular film would have felt a little bit unbelievable had I included the actual character that I wanted, so I had to amend that character. So be ready to lay those facts aside with settling satisfaction that you know what truly happened and how you might have to change that for this particular segment. Number 6, share the work's completion news. Finally, your video is done and you're ready to be submitted. Consider letting the people involved in your story know you have completed your work and show them the actual film prior to releasing it. even if you didn't ask for their permission to include them. Be kind and give those who inspired your story a chance to process the thought that you have filmed about a certain event. On occasion, you might want to also share a text for those who are involved to come on over and take a look at it. Keep it in edit mode, and always remember that you should, if there is a problem, be able to edit it. It's a chance for them to wrestle through how the video looks, and if it's really what happened, or if they're uncomfortable with some of the things you might have put in there, and it gives them an opportunity to come to terms with the facts that they will be seeing on the big screen. It helps you a little to tell them that we can change this before I release it. And remember, always write from personal life with rich material for your film. With a few cautions, permissions from yourself and sometimes others, you may video tape to be shared far beyond the few people who live that particular moment. Filming can be rewarding to many viewers, so be brave, write a good plot, and let your story run into the camera, into people's living room, kitchens, as I do each and every day with my videos. So let today be the first day of your new film career. And remember this, you can be a filmmaker as long as you have a camera. There is no definition of a filmmaker other than having a video camera to film. If you have that, and you have a story behind it, you are a filmmaker. And may God bless you.
but never got an answer, and wondered if God was really there. Did you feel all hope was gone, but in His time He came along and answered the prayer you thought was gone? There is no prayer too small, for God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. Will ask, you shall receive. No matter what it is, I still believe. There is no prayer too small, and even when we fall, He gives us just exactly what we need. There is no prayer too small, for God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but It's right.